Alright guys, welcome. Today we're gonna be summoning on a on the CYL banner. It's gonna be for the Hero Fest. I think that there's actually a lot of good units inside of this banner currently. We actually have our Hector, Veronica. I guess if you want to get some more DB4 for Celica, you could definitely do that. And then Ephraim, of course, that's always going to be a very good unit to start yourself off with. So my focuses today are going to be mainly on blue and colorless. I think that personally, at least with the team comp that I currently have, I think this is going to be really good for myself. Just so people can kind of see, I don't really have anything for it other than just a +1 Hector already, so nothing super crazy to start off with. But yeah, hopefully that we get lucky. I'm pretty excited. Hopefully that we, if I had to put a guess, off of like 300 plus orbs, I'm hoping that I'm inside like the +5, +6 range. So, but then again, we'll see. So without further ado, we're gonna use our first ticket. So I'm hoping that we can get something with that. So again, blue and gray. I don't know if I want to summon specifically on gray unless blue doesn't show up, but blue for sure, without a doubt. Something about a +10 Hector would just make me super happy. But as I'm going through this now inside my head, it makes me kind of think that I should probably go for some grays too. I think start off right now, will go for a few grays, kind of just to get going, see how the luck pool is going. And then from there, I'll decide if I want to just go for one or the other. But it would be nice to at least get one Veronica, because I think I practically used, for this account, I used my first Hector to pretty much go and just get one, so that I can get the +1 to start me off well. However, to get a nice little Veronica to start you so you have a little bit of both, that would be really nice. And honestly, Veronica works super well with a lot of teams. However, if anyone ever sees how I do my summoning videos, like colorless, we don't get along ever. But I mean, yeah. So, but blue, I'd say like I have a little bit more luck with. Now, I would normally say I always go for green. However, the Ephraim that's in there currently, it's not really anything that I want. It's just, I don't know, it's like he has good fodder. I think he's a great unit, but just for what I'm going for this team, it's just not something that I'm really looking for. But I mean, you never know. Like, I would say that if people are going for green for him, I think it would actually be really good to be able to do so. So, sorry, I had to turn that up ever so slightly. But yeah, I mean, I'm hoping we got a good chance with everything. Like one thing about the CYL banner is the fact that it increases it by, I believe, what, 5% naturally for the focus heroes. Now, of course, you can get some pity breakers in here too, so it's not like the legendary banner that's only giving you like the one thing. But I will say that being able to have that little bit of an increase will definitely help you out a lot. And it gives you like a weird percentile too when that happens. So right now we're like 5.63, so that's interesting. So, but let's see. So we got a blue and gray here, so I'll summon on both of those there. I'm hoping that I get those. With this kind of banner, I would say normally, I mean, especially if you're going for one specific thing, don't go for everything unless you want all of them. And if you feel like everything's gonna help out your team, then yeah, go for it, because technically they all have some. At least 3 of them have, no, excuse me, 2 of them have good fodder. Hector is just a good unit, and Veronica is too. So if you're trying to go for red and green for that fodder for your heavy units, or if you're trying to get that DB4 and get a decent amount of those, then this is the time to do it, because I'm trying to think to myself when the next time it's gonna come back up. I think I want to say it's gonna be next year. So it's like one of those things where it's like if you feel like you really like these units, go for it now, because you may not see them again. So, interesting. I thought I would see something by now. This banner actually has been pretty generous, I would say. Going off with a lot of statistics that I've seen just with people normally, I feel like people have been getting pretty lucky on this. However, maybe it'll show up for me a little bit later, but we'll see. We still have many orbs to come. So it'd be really cool to see some Veronicas too. Oh, speak of the devil, there she is. All right, there we go. That's a great way to start off. I like that. So let's see. I think with her we want definitely not HP. So darn. But I mean, it's okay. We still have it. We're still starting pretty fresh. So I mean, we definitely can get something else out of this. So in due time. And you never know. Because of the percentile being so high, you may even get something inside of the doubles. Normally, I'd say nay with that. Usually, I feel like once you get something out of there, back out. unless you're in the legendary banner. The legendary banner, I would say keep going, because if you're summoning for everything, then you'll probably get something else. But on this banner, I don't know, maybe. I'm debating with it, so let's see if Hector wants to come home now. So now that we have the Veronica, that'll be nice. But to be able to get a really strong Hector and just kind of just have him for your defense team would be awesome. Okay, a Morgan. I wasn't expecting a Morgan, but something about this art. I really like Morgan's art. Like, female Morgan is great. Male Morgan is actually pretty cool too. Of course, he's like actually on the 4 and 3 star banner now, or excuse me, 4 and 3 star summons now. So he's not hard to get, I would say, or not as hard anymore. But I like her. I just think that I guess it's like the ability to get a high merge rate for her is just super tough, I guess. And I don't know if you really want to go with her unless you have a really good Flyers team to be able to make that work, unless you have high merges. So, however, she is adorable. And something about cute units. Like, I'm all for cute units. So, but I am more for meta, so I mean, I can't necessarily say that I only go for cute units. However, if if I don't have anyone on the team that is really pushing meta for, and when I mean meta, I mean it for ether raids. So, but even still, if I don't have something for that, then cute will definitely weigh out, as long as their stat line works out well. So, okay, we got some blues and then one colorless, so not too shabby. I'm just hoping that we get some more rings where we're just getting nothing but some blues and colorless. That would be great. Effie. I've gotten you on one account, and the one account that I have you on, I only have a +4. And I would love to get a +10 for my Effie, because she's just really naturally a really good blue tank. And since she's she's an easy free-to-play account, free-to-play unit, I feel like she's definitely one to get if you need a tank, a blue tank. Not a fan of that right there. I'm actually noticing that because blue is actually the second hardest, I would say, to get stuff on. I would say once upon a time, me and blue, I got a lot inside of blue. However, I feel like lately I haven't been getting as much with it. Oh, look at that. Okay, a Brave Lynn. I think you might be inside the wrong banner. Let me tell you. You're supposed to be in the other banner. However, I like to have her. Oh, and she has attack. Nice. I'm not sure if she needs attack or speed, but regardless, attack is great. So, I'll take it. Okay, not too bad. Especially since I didn't actually get her for when I first got my first summons right there. I think I got, I usually always get Ike, because Ike usually has just that steady breath that I like. But I mean, I'll take it. So that's 3. Not too bad. And we still have a decent amount of orbs left still. So I mean, I'd say right now we are winning. Only probably maybe spent 60 right now. So not too shabby. But we're still looking for those Hectors. So, oh, speak of the devil. There he is. Ah, that's great. Oh, okay. So looking good now. Now we're really looking good. We got 4 right now, and we got Veronica. Oh, excuse me. Veronica, Hector, Morgan, and then what was the last one? I know I'm forgetting some. How, buddy? Oh, I feel silly now. But yes. So we got 4 so far. Brain farts. Worst time to get her. Okay, cool. So let's keep going. Oh, and a Lynn. Thank you, chat. I appreciate it. I was like, I just got her too. I was like, wait a minute. Okay, so not too shabby. So that means that we have our Hector +2 now. So he's slowly moving up inside of the ranks. And we still have about 240 orbs left to go. So I mean, that's still a big chunk. So not too shabby. Now I'm noticing that a decent amount of greens and reds are showing up. Now, reds is one thing, because reds is probably the most, I would say the most inflated orb group. However, green is normally the one that doesn't want to show up ever, and I see him showing up. So it's almost like I wonder if they're trying to push it. Hey, this green's looking pretty good. You want this? So, and as much as it's tempting, since I normally go for greens, I can't do it. I'd say I might do it one time possibly for maybe an armor march, but it would be pretty much it. Oh, but another Hector. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Whew. All right. I love that. I love that so much. Oh god, that makes me super happy to see all that. So this Hector has HP and res, so not too shabby there. I'm pretty sure he has a super boon inside of attack, so that's pretty much what I'm mainly looking for. But I mean, honestly, I'll take any kind of Hector. So I think the one that I currently have right now is defense. But I mean, like I said again, I'll take anything. So because regardless of as long as I have defense right there, it doesn't matter if it's defense or attack right there, as long as I have a +10. But I mean, we'll see. But that's good though. That's good. We're at a +3 right now, which is I was guessing. I think I said like before I started. I think before I started it was I said like a +5 or a +6 is what I wanted, and we're on a good track. We're at +3 at the moment, so I mean not too shabby. Of course, knock on wood. You never know if all of a sudden it just dips, which likes to dip sometimes. But we'll see. Yeah, but I always forget if the Hector has a super boon inside of defense or attack, but I think it's attack, but I could be wrong. I know that one of the units that I was searching for, maybe it was inside a legendary banner, but it has like a plus attack that I'm looking for. But I think it may just be the regular Hector, the green one. Oh, it's in defense. Oh, okay. Thank you. All right. Let's see if Veronica wants to come out and play. Everybody, like Gordon is a very interesting archer because if I remember correctly, he's like a bulky archer, and I just find that fascinating. Like any kind of unit that's like can be bulky, but like if you kind of like work it up a little bit, and then all of a sudden they start doing a lot of damage, like and make them more of like a special unit in the sense of like using like more like I like to use some units that like don't really have good attack but are like pretty much super defensively, and then just try to make it so that they're just special users right there, and they just become like solid beasts. Doesn't always work. You would need like a lot of extra, like I would say like a lot of extra fodder and a lot of extra units like that to be able to make it work. But let me tell you, you can do some crazy stuff. All right, no smoke. I like Claire. Like I said, I always say it every single time, but like it's like I do want one eventually, maybe a +10 with it, just because her weapon can have like two effects, which is really cool. I wish that her BTS was a little bit higher. However, her personal was so good with the effectiveness that technically it's like that might be too strong, because Est only has the one where she goes against armors and she just dominates. If you can get a +10 of her, it's super solid. Also, I'll probably be summoning on the full circle on this one as well, because we got 2 blues, 2 grays. Might as well spend the last one for the 3, so. Uh-oh. You're starting to see the luck change a little bit, though, let me tell you. It seems to happen like that every single time. There's a little method that, it's a long method, so I won't go over it. But it always seems like once you start getting a good chunk of stuff for a while, you'll all of a sudden start seeing it, like, go away. Not all the time, but you never know. But yeah, it always seems like it tends to like dip out for a while. That's why I usually always say summon inside of chunks. However, I've been doing experiments with a lot of these banners just to confirm that, and it's starting to seem like that for each one of them. But sometimes they throw you a bone and stuff too. Like for instance, right now they just threw me a bone. A Celica, interesting. Okay, not so bad. And that's a DB4 right there, so that's always going to be good. Even though that's not what I'm going for specifically, I mean, I'll take it. I'll take it, right? It does drop me down a little bit more, so, but I mean, it's all good. I don't think I had a DB4 for this account. And since this is the full, pretty much I'll go for the full thing on this one, and hopefully I can even get a, it'd be nice to get in there from 2, honestly. Like I said, again, just to get like a little bit of an armor march with that too, I think that'd be awesome. Ooh, but I am noticing that the smoke is starting to go away a little bit, so I'm telling you, it's going to start. I feel like my predictions are it's probably going to dip out a little bit when it comes to the luck, and then it may come back at the end, but we'll see. Fingers crossed, though. But I am noticing that there are less smokes now, so that's usually a good sign for me, knowing that the system wants to tell me that I'm not going to get as much more if I keep summoning consistently. But we'll see. We'll see. I'd like to get proven wrong, but I'm starting to see a lot of less smokes. Oh, but I like Soth. Soth is cool. I don't know. I just like his character. I like how he looks. And then to top it all off, right there, he's actually a pretty good unit if you can get a decent amount of merges on him. So, however, I don't think I have any on this one. So there's some smoke though. A chance, maybe a chance. Just kidding. Veronica just wanted to come home one time. It was funny because like when I was talking originally in the stream, I was like, you know what? I think I just want it where I just want to have at least one. So I feel like she heard it. She came out really early, and that was it. She was like, okay, I have come. We're done, and then that's it. Okay. And a Frederick. I have seen some people do some interesting stuff with Frederick, but I just can't do it, honestly. It's not my cup of tea. 3 reds and a green. So I'll just summon on the 1 blue and then get out. Wonder if Hector's hiding up in here. We're looking for you, Hector. So I don't really, and this is actually something that I'm actually not unsure about right now, but when it comes to the appearance rate on these ones, I don't know if it's all 5 on this one. This one works a little bit differently. I'm pretty sure that it is. I'm pretty sure it's like after 5 you usually get more, but I think it's like a weird appearance rate because it goes up by like 0.31%. But I mean, I don't know. Like I always find that strange. I wonder why it's like that. Like all the other ones kind of make like, I don't know, have a pattern. It's either gonna go up by like 0.25 or 0.50 for the legendary, but this one is like a weird number. So I got Oscar. Or this game's version of Brock. I think he is like I said, I guess he's a cool unit when it comes to that, but I can never find anything for a good Calf team. I really would like to get a Beast Calf team because they're starting a few units that are starting to look like that now. I mean, other than Reinhardt, of course. Reinhardt is a fantastic cavalry unit, but I mean, I'm starting to see more beasts like that, and like I really want to I don't know, like I want to expand on that a little bit. So, I mean, there's always that, if IS would ever give me any more beasts. But they tend to not like to give me beasts. It's like they're like, they're keeping that for them. They're like, these are mine. You're not having any of these, which, makes me a little sad, but it's all good. Like if it, like for people who have been following along with me, I do have a Beast Emblems account specifically, especially for when that banner was out. But, yeah, that didn't work out so well. I did get some beast. However, it was one of those things where it was like, yeah, they only wanted to give me like a very little amount. Like we're talking like just the bare minimum, no merges, and we're talking like maybe like 900 orbs. But I mean, it's all good. IS is just like, it's like that's like their new baby. They're like, no, we're not gonna give you that many. So I will tell you though, like I know I already said it earlier, but let me tell you, like, that luck, I know drops about midway with that. So, oof. Look at all those. Look at all those reds. I wonder if Selleck is in there. I wonder. I'm not going to go for it because I don't really need that. I really don't need that DP4. I mean, I already have one now. So, but with this account right now that I have, it has Faye, which Faye doesn't need it. Nino, which I don't think she needs it. I'm pretty sure, but even if she does, I have one. And then I'm trying to think. I think I have some tanks and some other stuff. So nothing that really needs that just yet. Now, of course, I could get other units for it, but I mean, Let's keep working for that Hector. You know what I mean? I'd rather just get a bulky Hector. It's always greens. Like anytime you see 3 or 4 greens, like I like my mouth waters a little bit. I'm like, oh, look at that. You just don't see it very much. Sabaki. I've never seen a Sabaki. Now, he probably is a good unit. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe not. Because like I always say, it's like if you don't see that unit, it's probably a reason for that. Any kind of game mode. Let's see. I'd like to get maybe like one more Veronica so that I can fix up some of the issues that she has. I like her too, though. I always say that she's a good unit if you don't have a Veronica. That of course she works a little bit differently. Veronica is just in her own class, but I mean, let me just say, yeah, like I said, she's super solid. A good horse unit, a good horse healer. I would say, especially if you get some merges in there. Let me see. Oh, Hector, where did you go? You were coming in. You were coming in hot. So again, that's why I knocked on wood, but maybe I didn't knock on wood fast enough. He said, oh, you think you're going to get me inside my +5 or +6 rate? Well, think again. I'm like, come on now. Can you show me a little bit of love? Now he's like, nope, I don't want to show any more love. Oh, well. He's good, though. Let me tell you, I like him. I wish he had his sing ability, just like his, just like inside the, yeah. Because in Fates he has sing, and I wish he still had sing. Now I know that would make him like a super powerful unit, but like, I mean, hell, let it be done. Like, I think that'd be awesome. Okay, let's see. I see some smoke. It's a possibility. Come on, Hector. Oh, no Hector. However, she's like a nuke. She's a nasty nuke for when for a horse unit. I mean, of course, her defenses are like the worst thing in the world, but I mean, she's a nasty nuke. Let me tell you. And then I need that one more Veronica to fix me up. You know you want to come home, Veronica. You're not Veronica, even though you start with the letter V. No. Negative. It's okay, it's okay. We still got some time, About 112 orbs left still, so not too shabby. Still got a few more to go. But let's see. I mean, Fire Sweep. There's always that. Now, I haven't really had to use Fire Sweep on too many of my blue lances. Like, I thought about maybe using it on Effie for whenever I was using her. But the thing was with her is that I like to use Baruch's lance. If I'm saying his name right with that. Because he is, I don't know, it's just like, I feel like he works out, it just a lot more res, makes sure just all around a bulkier tank. Especially since her res is not the best, but she does have a super boon inside of it. So when you add that super boon and then Baruch's lance with, of course, like the res refine on there, and you just like fix that problem, which is fantastic. Brakut, excuse me, Brakut. Uh-oh. Matthew, and you're not Veronica either, so what's happening here? Ooh, that luck has definitely dipped down a little bit. But it's okay. We still try here, okay? We still try. We can do our best. That we possibly have. IS said, you get no more. You get no more. I'm like, IS, come on, please. Okay, and then we got a Donald. Actually, you know what? I probably should have checked to see the rate. Because I feel like I've gotten, I have gotten a few circles already. So if I don't get a Veronica here, I'm definitely going to check out this rate. Okay, so Azama. I gotta be in like the 4s. I have to be. But let's check though. Let's check. Oh no. We're in the 6s. Woo! I may have mistakenly counted wrong. Oh, well, actually, why am I thinking 4s? Because I forgot that we start with 5. So I'm thinking like normal rate. But even still, so technically it's about where I was thinking. So even still, that's a 6. So we gotta get that out. So, but we have a full circle right here. So I have high hopes for this one. Let's see. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. You're not Hector whatsoever. You may have some armor on, but you don't have like the bulky armor. I don't see your DC. Where are you, Hector? I'm looking for you. Come home. We miss you. But I was actually really surprised in the fact that I didn't realize that we were able to summon on this banner. Whenever Golden Week first dropped down this weekend, I was really surprised to see that we were able to summon on that. I mean, maybe because it's my first time seeing all this, because I did take a break for a while inside of the game. But I noticed that I was like, oh, I can summon on this like every day if I want. And I was like, wait a minute, like at least like 2 of these units are actually pretty good. So like, I like her. She's adorable. This is my female version. I had to stop myself every time I see her. I'm like, yes, I like you. But anyway, yeah, I was really surprised that we were able to summon on it, because I was like, some of these units can actually be like pretty solid. Sometimes I don't really like go for a lot of those units when I first start because I know I'm not going to get many merges on them. But now the fact that you can do that, I mean, it's just like a win-win just to summon on them. So, especially if you can get like Hector's or Veronica's, because like I said, Hector's strong, and then this Hector has the ability to make it so that his like I guess his DC is better because of the extra, what is it, attack and defense plus that they give you whenever they get attacked on. So I mean, there's always that, and that's huge, honestly. Oh, bad luck all of a sudden now though. Let me tell you, we have a total of about 70 orbs right now with a rate of 6.56. So. Fingers crossed though, boys. Let's go. Got some blues and got some grays. I will say though, it's like the moment that they do give me a 5-star right here, I will definitely probably summon for everything here because the rate is higher. So you have a pretty good possibility of probably getting more than what you're thinking. So I like her too. I've never, I think she's just a cute unit. However, I've never used her. I've never merged her. Never had her for like a big merge project or anything. So. That is something that I need to possibly work with eventually. as well as this guy here. Like I've when I came back to the game, like he was a newer unit for me, so I've never actually really used him before. But I mean, he looks interesting. Even though the new pretty much just kills any archer, any old archer is just gone now. So because that BTS is just so high, it is crazy. Ooh, that luck is gone now, boys. Let me tell you. There is a thing that I always say when it comes to like when IS or when you normally get a lot of 5 stars, especially consistently, as you saw like early on, the game like almost notices that. It reminds me of like as if you're at a casino and you're starting to win a lot. Normally like the machine or the people or like they make it so that it's like it stops you from getting luckier. And with gacha games, it's very similar in that sense, where they will probably usually like to give you more to hook you. And then after you've gotten a good amount of 5 stars, that's usually when I tell people to stop. But I mean, sometimes it doesn't work right there. But a lot of the times, it's usually the same thing. They won't give you like that same one anymore. It's like that luck just like completely drops. That's why I say sometimes that number that's on there that tells you, hey, you have this much until you get a 5 star. And I'm like, okay, cool. It's like some of that it's true, but a lot of the times you'll see a lot of just like stalemates where you're not getting anything. So, like for instance, right now, we're at that stuck point, and I think we're at a solid like, let me see. I'll take a quick peek. 6.88. Yeah, so that's pretty solid. That's a high number. But you know what? We're gonna keep trying though, because even though that is the case sometimes, one thing I do like to do is I summon inside of big chunks. Oof, nothing. I think I've been dry for the last 100 some orbs though. Ouch. Let's see. I wonder if Veronica will show me a little bit more love. I already know that if I would have summoned maybe for like the Ephraim, I would have gotten a lot more out of him. But again, however, he's not really one that I'm trying to go for. Oh, there's a Veronica. Hi. Thanks for coming. I was wondering if you were still alive. Okay, there we go. Now we got a little bit more hype inside there now. So, but it is defense, which I'm like, ugh. So, hoping that I might be able to salvage that a little bit with some of these. I will summon for the full thing though, because our pity, especially in this banner, is so high. So you never know, you may actually get something else. I doubt they would have given me like a double Veronica. I mean, that would have been interesting, but you never know. I almost want to say I have a super high chance for the greens though. Let's see. Calling an Ephraim. Nope, that's a Frederick. I mean, your armor is super bulky, just like him, but you're on a horse. Ephraim's definitely not on a horse. It's a sad day to all of those wasted orbs, though. Absolutely. Let's see, Celica, you gonna come out? All right, okay. At least we're gonna get the Celica though too. So that'll. I mean, again, she's not exactly what I'm going for, but DB4 is always something like. Oh, I mean, she is a good unit. Don't get me wrong, but I would definitely use her more for just like the DB. So, and then we have 24 orbs left, so it's a possibility we might get something out of that. Again, it's at a 5% chance, so you technically have a start with it. Oh, oof. I'm trying to think. Depending on where I end on my orbs, I'll either just get this whole circle. You know what? I'm gonna get this whole circle, ladies and gentlemen, just because I would like to get it so I can get possible green. Oh, but you know, we got a Hector though. There it is. The luck is starting to come back a little bit right at the very end. Oof, I don't know if. Let's see. I'm gonna do something a little bit different. I'm actually gonna stop this right here. I know this is a summoning video, but I'm actually going to do one quick thing off on the side right here. Something that takes like no more than like 2.2 seconds to do, which is just this right here. I normally don't do this. However, I'm thinking to myself like I have a good chance of getting like a full 20 right here. And since I have it at 19 at the moment, that makes it so that we're gonna get that full set, and then we'll probably summon for the full thing. So now that we have 20. With that last little bit, I knew that I still had one orb that was still hanging out there, so let us see if we can get anything else. Ooh, okay, and actually, I'm glad that I did that, because now it's like 20 orbs here, so it's a full circle, and that's going to happen. Technically, I would have done a full circle on this one anyway, because it's blues, and then we have the one gray for the Veronica, so I mean, Not too shabby. Now, can we get anything out of it? We'll see. But let's see. Come on, baby. Come on, lady luck. Let's make this ending like just super great. I feel like the last few videos that we've ended off a little weak. So it'd be nice to like end off super strong. So let's see. Okay, a Harden? What? What are you doing in here? Get out of here. I already summoned for you on the freaking destruction banner. You're not supposed to be in here anymore. Alright, that's interesting. I'm gonna check his IVs in just a moment. Or his bays and boons, if I say that one more time, jeez. Let's see. Hopefully we get some more out of that. Nope. I mean, I can already say that it's gonna be starting off. It's gonna be starting off pretty strong already, like, or ending off strong, because I normally don't get any more 5-stars. Whenever like I get to that point, like of like the summoning videos, I never get anything else at this point. However, he has defense res as well as bold fighter, so that's always gonna be a plus when it comes to fodder. So I'll take it. Anything that wants to give me an extra bold fighter, the better. No Veronica, so that's unfortunate. I was hoping that I could maybe end off with one more Veronica, but that might have been extra. That might have been thinking too highly, especially since they give me already one 5-star. But maybe one more Celica though, possibly. Oh, I see some smoke though, possibly. No, okay, so I didn't get anything here. However, Crom is always like, I'll always take a Crom. So whenever I see Crom, I'm like, okay, cool, thanks. Because Ether, he's the only one that has like easy Ether. So, but let's actually see kind of like what we all had. Like we started off pretty good and then started ending a lot weaker. But I mean, let's take a peek, because this is probably like, I would say a middling banner that I've had so far. So we have 2 Celicas, which I wasn't expecting to get anything because I wasn't even necessarily going for red. However, she showed up twice, so that's interesting. A Harden, which was like really weird, since I was like, all right, interesting. Again, he's not too bad because he has a bold fighter, so I'll take it. 3 extra Hectors, so that'll definitely help out with my actual Hector I have here. Oh, whoops, excuse me. Let's see, what else did we have as well. We had a Morgan, which I like Morgan. I think she's cool. I mean, she's nothing super crazy, but however, I do like to have her. I think that if I get enough merges with her, I'll definitely probably do something with her, because she's also a flyer too, so she works really good with flyer emblems. We got a Lynn, which is nice. Definitely something that I never had on this account yet. Plus it had as attack, so that's kind of nice as well. She doesn't count. And then 2 Veronicas. But then again, the Veronicas one has defense and one has HP, so I guess that'd be alright there. But all in all, not too shabby. I would say it was a little bit above middling, I would say. Was expecting a little bit more, but there was a little bit of a dry spurt for some time. It wasn't until like the very end when I started getting a little bit with it, but I can't complain because there's a good amount of fodder here, and with this Hector right here, it'll be 2, 3, 4. So we're gonna have a +4 already, which is gonna be always good to have for Hector, and then some good fodder going here, and then a +1 Veronica. So that'll definitely be able to help us out when it comes to ether raids and everything else that is going to be needed for it. And then of course a lot more extra fodder and whatnot, so not too shabby. We're definitely going to be summoning more on this one just periodically as this account's going through, because it's still a pretty new account, so you're going to probably be seeing a lot more upgrades, but all in all, not bad, so can't complain, right? But anyway, that's pretty much all that I have for you guys, I guess today. Again, it was pretty good. Expecting a smidge more, however, can't complain. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and hopefully you guys are ready for more videos along in the future. I'm gonna be I think that's gonna be one of the last few summoning that I have until another banner comes out that I'm a little bit more interested in. But I mean, there's always more. You know how IS works. They usually like throw out a brand new banner. I have to prep up for it. So but it was pretty good. So again, thank you for everyone that's watching. Thank you, stream. I really appreciate it. And I will talk to everyone again later. Thank you so much for watching again, and have a fantastic day.
Okay.